Hey, you guys, welcome to part two of God's Favor. Um, I don't like to make my videos any longer than 30 minutes. I used to go for an hour, but I don't anymore. I had purchased a new camera. My old camera I would record a certain amount of time, and this one, I don't know, this one does weird things. I'm going to buy another one most likely, but I'm just going to utilize this one for now. And I think I'm going to get one that has a better picture quality. But anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. It's not a big deal, but I mean, me talking about this camera, but this little camera here. Anyway, y'all, enough about my camera. Yeah, I was talking about. I don't know what I was talking about. Wait, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. Um, about having God's favor and stuff. And the thing about it is, you always have to know who you are, and you have to know yourself. And then I think a lot of people are probably like, well, why is it that you continue to do what you do? um, even though you may be faced with oppositional forces. Well, because I'm me. That's why. I am me. I am me. And I do what I want to do, like I've been doing all my life. Yes, I've been called spoiled and all of that. Well, I don't care about all of that. That was by the mouth of an enemy that was jealous of my life and my childhood, that I was called spoiled by, not to mention that individual. But I just said that because a lot of times people will they will envy you, and they will try to place labels on your life, and they will try to nitpick this, that, and the third or whatever. You can't do that to a sister like me. You can't, because I've always known who I am. There's nothing like knowing who you are. See, there's some people, they have to go through traumatic events, but and I know we're always learning things about ourselves. I'm not saying it in that way. Of course, I discover something new about myself all the time. But when I say that I've always known who I am, that means I've always known what my talents and abilities are. I know my likes and my dislikes. I know I've always had a positive attitude. I've always tried to see the brighter side of things. And I know I've never liked to be around negativity. And you know, it's like the only thing that a lot of times, you guys, that the enemy is looking for is a door. And sometimes, you might see the door as a relationship or as a person, but sometimes it can be people that you hang around. Sometimes you're just born into situations where you've got people around you that are doors, you know, to enemy camp. Because not everybody is happy about your birth. I don't care how old you are. There are those of you out there, you could be 15, you could be 16, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100 years old. I got to tell you, there's probably somebody out there, if they're still alive or dead, I don't know, that was not happy about your birth. There was somebody that did not want you to be here. And I'm just talking about, even apart from Satan and his devils, there was a person or people, places, well, not places, well, it might be places, I don't know, things that was not happy about your birth, not happy about you being born. Because this is what you don't realize. Maybe there's somebody where they thought it was about them until you came on the scene. And you took all the attention. You took all the love. You took all the affection. And that person became, or those people became jealous of you. And oftentimes it will be people you wouldn't even think would ever be jealous of you. But you don't ever underestimate anybody. Remember, anybody can be your enemy. And when I say anybody, I mean anybody can be your enemy. A brother is born for adversity. They're born to be confrontational. And oftentimes your biggest enemy will be the one or ones that you may have least suspected as a child. But I gotta tell you guys, I was intuitive even as a child. If somebody didn't like me, I knew if that person or those persons didn't like me. And that's why I can say that later on in life, if I'm attacked by anybody, that's no surprise, because the ones that attacked me, they didn't even like me when I was a child. And I don't know them like that, and they don't know me, but I'm just saying, I'm not surprised. That's why I'm very laid back in warfare, and people don't understand it. Because there's some things that I peeped when I was a little girl. These people don't like me, and I don't like them. Forget them, you know? And so, I mean, it just is what it is, and especially people that you don't know anyway. And I definitely really don't know any of my enemies. I know of some of them, but I don't know them. And they definitely don't know me. And they definitely don't know me like that. And I'm definitely not going to mention them. I'm not going to call their names. I'm not going to direct any attention towards them whatsoever because they're not going to get any clout off of my name. No, I do not know them. And anything that I've shared with you guys as it pertains to my life, which of course will be positive things because, I've had a lot of positive things to go on in my life. I've had a lot of warfare, of course, but I've had a pretty positive life, I feel. Um, if the enemy tries to take anything that I've said out of context and twist it up, Father and I will be at his throat. Of course we will be. We'll be at his throat. Oh no, Satan, that ain't what I meant by that. No, that's not what that means. No, you're lying. I'm going to call him out. Now, as for what people believe, I don't know and I don't care. But I'm going to speak my truth and I'm going to stand on my truth because ye shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. Okay? And I would like to encourage you all out there to speak your truth. Why shouldn't you? You're an adult. And even if you're not an adult, you could be a teenager. You still have a right to feel how you want to feel about things and express how you want to feel about things without having people wanting to cut your throat. And then, another thing about having God's favor, let me talk about this, it brings a lot of jealousy. If you ladies out there, if you're attractive and you want to know why Satan's number one weapon against you are insults, it is to it is to attack your physical appearance. Why though? I'm telling you, God's favor. And the same thing for you gents out there, you fellas. You that dude. I don't care where you are, where you go. When you step on the scene, all them other fellas be like, yo, that's the man right there. They might not say it. They may hate that they feel that way. But it's about you. It ain't about them. And then some of you out there walking around with your head down. Why? You the man. You the girl. You that it chick. But you. Maybe some of you are just humble. I don't know. You know. I'm a very humble person. I'm very confident, extremely confident, but I'm very humble as well. And that's what the devil hates about me. He hates my confidence. And I remember, but see, that's the thing about having God's favor. And I can remember even walking around in public high school. One thing that they hated about me was my confidence. And I actually had people, I would walk past them and they would actually yell insults to me as I walked past them, and I would turn my nose up and keep right on straight walking. That's what they hated. They want to attack you in your confidence. They want to attack you in your spirit, and they can't do it. If they tried to do it in high school and it didn't work, what makes these fools think that they can do it years later? What makes them even think I even remember them? A lot of these folks, I gotta tell you, I don't even halfway probably remember these people. They're on, if those are the ones on social media, I don't know, but if they are, they're making fools out of themselves. And even as it pertains to, I know in my situation they were saying something about some bloodline folks or something like that. Look, let me tell y'all something about these people. Because if I really wanted to trash talk that pack of folk, I really could. But they're not worth the spit that comes out of my mouth. I don't know these people. They're strangers. I don't know them. And they are definitely habitual liars. The only thing that I knew about them growing up is that they were nasty. That's all I knew. I don't know them like that. Praise God, I don't look anything like them. And thank the Lord. And I'm not a punk like they are. They are all afraid of me. Um, a lot of people may say, oh, well, it's got to be your anointing, it's got to be your power. Yeah, I believe those are contributing factors. But even before I started doing YouTube, they were afraid of me. Now, I think that they probably thought it was the other way around. But people have always, what's the word? Um, Misunderstood me. And they've never understood my game. They've never understood my gangster. And that's not me boasting or bragging or trying to say, oh well, I'm some type of I'm hearing the word Al Capone, but whatever. But anyway, no, it's not. It's not that. It's just that these people know I will take it to the streets on them. They know I will take it to the streets on them. They know that if they want to